Alright, Black Cats, grab your scarves, cause we're chasing a proper game changer, like. Word on the street is we've made a canny move to nick a Premier League beast from under the noses of a European giant, man. This lad's a defensive monster, but there's a catch. Will his baggage sink our dreams, aye? The Wearside rumour mill's proper buzzin', and yous need to be in on this. Smash that subscribe button, hit like, and join the red and white army to find out who could be our next hero. Don't miss this, let's make some noise, Sunderland. According to the Mirror, Sunderland have chucked their hat in the ring for the 27-year-old defender, who's been called an animal by none other than former Brighton boss Inigo Calderon. And let me tell yous, that's not a word you lob about lightly, like. Igor Julio's been on the radar of La Liga's Real Sociedad, but their talks have hit a brick wall, and now we're swooping in like the proper opportunists we are. This is classic Sunderland spotting a gap and ganning for it, man. But here's the catch. Julio only played 16 times last season cause of a dodgy hamstring. So, I'm asking yous, is this a masterstroke or a massive gamble, like? Now, let's talk facts. When Julio was on the pitch, he was a proper force. 42 recoveries in just 16 games is no laughing matter, man. This lad's got the physicality, the nous, and the ball-playing skills to link up play, much like our own Luke O'Neill's been doing. But here's where I get a bit skeptical. Like, a £45,000 a week defender who's been injury-prone? Are we ready to roll the dice on a lad who might spend more time in the physio room than on the pitch, aye? I'm all for ambition, but Regis Lebris needs to convince us this fits his vision for a rock-solid backline. Here's the crack. Sunderland have already splashed £100 million this summer after flogging Jobe Bellingham and Tommy Watson. We're flush with cash, and Lebris is clearly on a mission to beef up our defence. Like, but why Julio? Why now? Are we banking on his hunger for a fresh start after being stuck behind Brighton's pecking order? Or is this a desperate grab for a name when we should be chasing Bologna's John Lukumi instead? Who's also on our radar, man? I'm not sold yet, and I want to know what yous think. Picture this. Igor Julio, the Brazilian animal, lining up alongside our backline, shutting down Premier League strikers and proving the doubters wrong. It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it like? But if his injuries flare up again, we could be left proper exposed, and that's a risk we can't afford in this brutal league. Lebris has got us playing with grit and purpose, but one wrong move in the transfer market could knack everything. So, here's me take. I love the ambition, but I'm not convinced Igor Julio's the answer, man. We need warriors who can play week in, week out, not a high earner who might be sidelined like. Lebris has to nail this signing, cause our Premier League survival could hinge on it, aye. If we're gonna spend big, let's get it right, someone who's fit, hungry, and ready to bleed for the badge. Julio could be that lad, but the injury question marks looming large. What do yous reckon, Sunderland fans? Is Igor Julio the commanding centre-back we've been crying out for? Or should we pivot to Lukumi or someone else entirely? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear every single one of yous. Don't let this transfer saga pass yous by. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and ring the bell to stay locked into all things Sunderland AFC. We're building Summit Special here, and I need yous in this community as we pick apart every move, every goal, and every drama, like. Let's keep the red and white flag flying high. Comment below, share this video, and let's get the Stadium of Light roaring. Until next time, up the Black Cats.